Previously on Now Recording.
We have a lot to say about Mango, right?
Oh my god, we're gonna do it?
We're gonna do it. Next episode of Now Recording will be about Mango. And I got caught. So they know it's coming, by the way. I got caught, so they know it's coming. Should I save the story for next episode, Cora? Should I tell
save it for the next episode? I think it'd be funnier.
Yeah, we gotta save it. We gotta save it for the next episode. It would be way funnier to tell on the Mango episode. They know it's coming. So get ready, boys. We're going to war.
Now recording.
All right, are you ready, guys?
Yes.
And
I still don't understand what happened.
I don't either. Can I please start?
Yes. Woolman moment.
And a 1, and a 2, and a 3. Mango is a man. Mango is a man. Mango is a man. Mango is a man. Mango is a guy. If I get their pronouns wrong, you must understand why. It is subconscious. I'm not doing it on purpose. Mango is a man, and I'll try to get their pronouns right as best as I can. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to Now Recording. This is it. This is the Mango episode. We're doing it here. We're doing it now. Shout out to all my co-hosts that are sitting with me in the VC right now. Shout out to Toxic Piplup.
Hello.
We shout out to Core Master.
Hello. How are we, folks?
Shout out to Beavers McWood.
Hello.
We're doing it, guys. And we are going to be doing the episode here with you guys right now. So, little disclaimer here. This is not a hit piece, although many here are not too fond of Mango. We're not here to destroy him or butcher his character. We just had a lot of gripes with them in the past, and we want to express these criticisms. So, Mango is a commentary orbiter who has a YouTube channel.
Pause. Did you check their bio? Do they go by he, him, and they, them?
I don't care. I asked them.
You don't care.
I asked them. You can use they in general. I'm talking saying they in general.
What if they don't want to be they?
Yeah, what if they don't want to be a they?
Mango is a commentary orbiter who has a YouTube channel.
What if we reference to them in the past?
Neon Caffeine with almost 14K subscribers. He has been around longer than me and is transgender with the pronouns he/him. In our opinion, they have been a curse on this community. I will go into more detail soon, but we'll just leave it as this is a person that has a history of being intertwined with some of the most degenerate dramas in this community. Have you ever heard the lyrics, whenever you call me, I'll be there? Well, in this case, Mango pretty much says, whenever there's a
PDF,
they'll be there. They'll be around. Ladies and gentlemen, this is the Mango episode, and in this episode, we will tell you exactly why he must be stopped.
You're really doubling down on that they-them thing.
All right. I don't know if you guys know this, but there's a lot of people that really want this episode to come out since we announced it on Now Recording back in January. But do you know that when we announced it in January, do you know who else knew about this episode?
I do not. I have no clue. I do, but I'm not going to say why.
It was Mango. They knew that this episode was coming, and they knew before we announced it. And I'll tell you why. So basically, what happened was that, and bear with me here because this will take a second to explain. So basically, there was this woman in the community, and their name was Kayla. All right, and she had a Jigglypuff profile picture. Does anyone remember Kayla with the Jigglypuff profile picture?
I believe so.
No.
Back during the Goth Mommy.
Was that the one who drew the Wiggler of Tipster?
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah. We know her in this community for a couple reasons. She was a new addition to the Goth Mommies right when Tipster joined Keffels, and Kayla would draw a Wiggler version of him, and he would use that and tweet it out. Kayla was basically a Keffels fan who I believe migrated to Tipster. Now, when Tipster really started to get hate from the Goth Mommies, Kayla would turn. She would basically say to me and Kristen Ark and whoever else she was DMing that he was trauma dumping onto her all the time within a span of few weeks of knowing him. And it was incredibly weird and awkward, and she basically was uncomfortable by it. Then she joined the Goth Mommy detractor. However, she would later be outed by the community after Spondyle exposed that she and Colton had been sexting. After this, she had a complete mental breakdown she would have a complete mental breakdown and would threaten to dox Spondyle due to this. And here's a screenshot of one of the tweets. Spondyle is sexually harassing me. He is making subtweets claiming I sexted someone that I never did. He is a massive creep. And if someone has his name and address, send it to me. I'm willing to call the police on him for sexual harassment. I don't play game. Okay, so we got the idea of who this person is. Also, there was something to do with a John Swan dick pic from a previous drama that involved Kayla. I don't remember the context. I tried to ask about it. No one really knew about it. But just that phrase alone is fucking hilarious. John Swan dick pic. So that's the context of Kayla, right? All right, we got it. We know who Kayla is, right?
Yeah.
Kayla's a hoe.
All right.
Yeah.
So let's rewind back to 2022 when the Electric Blake stuff was happening. I will go further into the context of the Electric Blake stuff, but for this, just for context, Mango was being highly criticized, and I was one of the people that was really going at him for it. Now, during this time, Kayla would get in touch with me and would basically tell me they are dating a YouTuber that Mango used to date, and that YouTuber and Kayla are basically in fear of Mango. Kayla described them as being highly abusive towards the both of them, but from what I remember, they didn't provide really any evidence, and it was mostly kept between us. Now, I didn't do anything with this combo, and from what I can find, I have no evidence or screenshots from the DMs on Discord. I do remember having a call, but again, no evidence was shown. So when I started the process of planning this episode, I decided to reach out to said YouTuber for comment. And this was Mango's boyfriend at one point. Now, I will keep this YouTuber anonymous because they seem like a pretty decent person, and I don't want to pile on, but I feel like for transparency's sake, I'll read the DMs just so everyone has the context. So I asked them like who they yo, are you the YouTuber blah blah blah, and they say yep, that's me, and I say okay, please don't take this the wrong way. I'm simply reaching out to see if you were interested, and I totally would understand if you aren't, but I'll be blunt here. I run a podcast called Now Recording where we cover commentary spurg drama. Mango has been talking about our episodes before, and we decided to do a whole episode dedicated to our annoyance with them. I know that you have history with Mango, so I figured I'd reach out to ask if you'd like to either A, come on and talk about it, or B, give me some sort of statement on your history. I do understand that talking about this could bring back old drama, and you're not comfortable bringing all these things back up. I totally get it. But I figured it wouldn't hurt to ask. So I would write that first message, right? And then all of a sudden, I would watch as the YouTuber would type for what seemed like 20 minutes. And then all of a sudden, I get this short response. Well, I appreciate the offer, but I don't really even know what I'd add. Things with Mango and I are just fine today, and while I know there are times they can come off oddly, I don't really have much to complain about from them personally, to be honest. And when I read this response, I was like, uh-oh, they're gonna tell they're gonna tell Mango. And not 5 minutes later, guess who's in my Twitter DMs? Mango! All right, so Mango DMs me and says, hey, can I ask why you're contacting my friends asking them for dirt on me? I don't even know why you have an issue with me. I've not done shit to you. I haven't minded your tweets or whatever, but this is weird as fuck. If you got beef, I'm willing to chat with you, but you're now reaching out to people in my actual real life, and this is making everyone uncomfortable. Yes, they're accusing me of reaching out to people in their personal life. A YouTuber that they used to date.
Wait, you reach out to their mom, their dad, their siblings?
No. I reached out to a boyfriend that's a YouTuber that they had dated publicly, and it was public on live streams. That's who I reached out to.
God damn,
so
Matt.
You're
disgusting.
Also, this was a person that I was told about in a VC by Kayla. So I reply with, I reached out to one person. Calm down, lol. Yeah, if you want to come on Now Recording, you're welcome to. Let's see. All right, give me a second here.
Crazy. Oh wait.
And then they say,
calm down.
Yeah. And they say, I'm just confused, and I wasn't sure if there were others, but blank was uncomfortable. I don't even know what we discussed because I don't know what the issue is. Looking through our DMs, it's just me telling you stuff about snow when you asked. I don't know if I'm autistic or just forgot something that happened. And then I say, someone reached out to me once, like a few years ago, saying you guys had beef. So I figured I'd ask. I cover old spurg drama where we do retrospectives, just trying to get the history of Mango. And Mango replies, oh my God, the person who tried to dox Fondal. Yeah, that's blank. Psycho X. The John Swan dick pic girl. Yeah, she's a rabbit hole and a half, LMFAO. And then they say, this is later on in the conversation, they say, I'm not sure what history I really have other than being cringe, but if you have any specific issues, you feel free to ask, and I can answer right now. Well, my DMs have always been open to you. And I said, yeah. So I was just following up on that with blank. He said no, so there's nothing else there for me. And I say, no, I get you. I didn't realize Kayla had messaged you. I'm sure she said some schizo shit. Blank told me she went around telling everyone Blank had restraining order against me or something at one point. That's the chick who nuked her Twitter after saying Spondyle sexually harassed her on some schizo shit. And that, ladies and gentlemen, that's the story on how Mango knows that we're making an episode on them. I was caught red-handed. I was caught with my hand in the cookie jar. So me and Mango had a conversation. I told him, look, we're just gonna shit on you a bit. We're not doing a hit piece. We're not doing a takedown. We're not doing an expose. And they were like, yo, well, if you have any questions, let me know. And I said, yeah, I bet. I didn't really get back to them with the questions because I think like if they're listening, you have a full invitation to come on after this episode and we will talk to you. But I feel like I did a pretty decent job getting your perspective just from the public streams and stuff. So guys, Mr. Beavers, Mr. Toxic, Mr. Core Master, I want to go down the line with you guys and ask you guys, what's your opinion on Mango and Neon Caffeine?
They're the same person.
Yeah, I think Mango and Neon have a lot in common. I think they don't really have too much different from each other.
What's your opinion on Mango?
Same person.
Mango / Neon Caffeine. They're the same person.
That's not what you said, Matthew. You have to be more specific.
We're not doing this autistic thing where I get a word wrong and then you guys look. I ask you a question, you give me an answer. What's your opinion on Mango, aka Neon Caffeine? How about that?
Oh.
Core, I know you have a lot to say.
I do have a lot to say. I just wanted to see if someone else wanted to start. No, I just they stick their nose in a lot of business where they shouldn't be. And they're up a bunch of YouTubers' asses. And other people that I've interacted with. They're like, don't talk to this person. Oh, do you know anything about this person? Well, this person did something. I can't really tell you, but if you tell me if they did something, maybe I'll tell you. It's like quid pro quo kind of
quid pro quo.
Yeah. Kind of thing with them. Oh my god, I'm never gonna get used to that. And it's just really fucking weird that they continue to hit up even larger YouTubers and stuff like that and try to like. I don't know if it's like try to make friends with them so they can get better connections and get more well connected. But I just think overall they're just a piece of shit, especially because they're a fucking Mr. Beast follows me. So hey, Electric Blake, by the way, I can help get you connected with Mr. Beast. You fucking scumbag. Absolute scumbag. Yeah. I'm sorry. We'll get into that story later.
I'd feel like when it comes to hatred or whatever, you're at like a 9.5.
Yeah.
I think you dislike them the most.
Mm-hmm.
Beavers, what about you, sir?
If I had to sum Mango up in very few words, Mango is a psychotic groupie. That is all they are, right? They've never done anything themselves, but they just follow around people, and I don't know. They're like a leech. Right. And that's why in my opinion, they're like a leech. And that's why they always find themselves involved in these dramas some way, because they're trying to keep their fingers in every cookie jar, trying to maintain some sort of relevancy. Because what ends up happening on the internet quite a lot is they'll be friends with a certain group, but then that group will like fall off. You know what I mean? And if they don't have their fingers in a lot of pots, then they themselves will become irrelevant by the same standard, right? Like they'll just fall off. So yeah, they're just a clout-sucking hippie leech bitch.
Good. I like that.
Wants a penis.
Oh boy.
Toxic Piplo.
Hi.
Hi.
I don't really like. I feel like I always ask questions about Mango, and then I hear a laundry list of things, and then it eventually goes back in my mind because I just forget because it's just so much to keep up with.
Yeah.
I remember the Electric Blake stuff and like how I felt about Mango during that, and not the greatest. But I think it says a lot about a person when every time there's some sort of small spur drama, you look in like the Twitter replies, and oh look, there's Mango's account right there inserting themselves.
Absolutely.
And yeah, I think that's if you have to insert yourself in every little drama, I think that says a lot about a person. So we'll see though. We'll see how this goes.
Has Mango been around any rapes?
Like
Probably.
like accusations?
Like allegations? Yeah.
Yeah, like accusations.
Like
Yes.
other people's accusations, not their own, to my knowledge.
Yeah.
He's been around murder.
In fact, if there's usually an accusation in the commentary community, they're there. They are there.
This is one of those things where it's like, if you are constantly surrounded by a-holes, right, and everywhere you go are just the biggest scumbags on the planet, eventually you have to be like, maybe I share some characteristics with these guys.
Yeah.
You know? Like attracts like.
Well, what I was thinking is we go back to the beginning. We go back to the beginning where I first not interacted, but where I first saw Mango. So our story begins with the Raintism Mango story. On September 16th, 2020, with the first time I have ever been introduced to Mango on an episode of RFC After Hours, which in my opinion is one of the best streams in After Hours history, due to the complete autism that infiltrates within the spurgy boundaries of Augie's livestream. You see, Raintism and Mango, they were good friends, both autistic. I imagine they had an affinity for one another due to their spurgy nature. Two peas in a pod. Raintism was a huge wrestling fan and commentary orbiter in the 2019-2020 era. I believe he also had a channel and he had a podcast called Meet the Depressed with Mango, in which I only know one popular guest within the commentary community. Can anyone take a guess
Tipster.
who that? Yes, it's Tipster.
It
Tipster.
says it right there.
I can't see beavers.
So
I'm ratting you out to the teacher.
So what happened? What happened with Raintism? Well, to make a long story short, the Spurg spurged. He had a back and forth with John Swan, which ended in him faking a heart attack for pity points and being exposed as a loser. Yes, before Ghosty faked his mom's death and Demented faked his baby's tragic end, there was Raintism, who walked so those two could run. This Augie livestream would crescendo with Raintism coming out to confront everyone about his Spurgy drama, which, like most Spurgs do when they're confronted, he conceded on everything. But that's Raintism. That's simply another story for another day. Our main character was also present on that live stream. Mango was there to throw salt on Raintism's wounds after being mentioned on the stream when DMs between him and Raintism were pulled up and Nicholas Diorio asked Raintism, "Have you ever sent unsolicited dick pics to Mango?" To which Raintism hilariously answered, "Not to Mango." Mango would join in on this live stream to berate Raintism, and you know, to his credit, it was probably rightfully so in the sense of that Raintism was a massive spurg. But the reason why I bring this live stream up, even though it's sort of a Mango W, is because what he said during that live stream, what Mango would say. He would shit on Raintism's subscriber count, bit of a low blow there, expose him for being a weirdo in DMs. I'm good at finding patterns, you just wait. Exposing him for being a simp, shitting on his thumbnails, and also Mango basically gives Rain an ultimatum to never message him again, or him and a friend are going to expose him for something behind the scenes. All while talking without breathing and screaming obnoxious. Keep in mind, Mango collects evidence behind the scenes and holds it over people's heads. Side note, Tipster messages Mango while the stream is going on, and Mango says it out loud, like, "Oh, Tipster just messaged me," name dropping Tipster quite a bit. Another side note. Now this is interesting. This is something new I found out during the stream. During the stream, Mango tells a story about being so butthurt because I'm Alex unfollowed them on Twitter that and was shit talking them that Mango made a video on Twitter where they went and cried in the woods due to this. So there was like a video of them going into the woods to cry about and unfollowed by I'm Alex.
What would you do if you saw a wild mango crying in the woods?
Like
Like
current Mango or past Mango? Like, what are we talking about?
Well, it would be past Mango probably, right? So during the stream, Raintism and Mango would have blood sports in which Raintism says Mango is a compulsive liar. Mango also this is funny. As soon as John Swan joins, Mango gives this weird fucking squeal. How excited that John Swan has shown up to dunk on Raintism. Midway through the blood sport, this is the part that really really made me dislike Mango. During this blood sport, Mango starts bragging to her boyfriend that is watching that she's on a stream with 1.2 with over 1.2k concurrent viewers, and pulls him up on Mango's phone to talk and just talks to him, ignoring everyone else. It's fucking weird as fuck as he continuously brags to him about it while the actual blood sport is still going on. It's kind of unfair that Mango wasn't ragged on for this, but because there was an even worse spurg in the call, aka Raintism, Mango basically got the spurg passed, which is part of the reason why we're making fun of them now, because they always got the pass. It just seems like they always did.
Wait, I didn't watch this live stream. So are you telling me is while they're busy shitting on racism,
Yeah.
Mango's like, they just called him a PDF file. You hear that?
It's like, look,
shouting it across
babe,
the
no, she's
room.
like, well, she was a she at the time, so she was like, babe, I'm on Augie's stream. They got 1.2 concurrent viewers right now. Babe. Like, and and Augie's like, what the fuck is going on? Like, what? Like, you can hear her talking in the background while other people are trying to talk.
Was this the one of the YouTuber boyfriends?
Yes.
All right, I take
figures.
it back. This one wasn't gay because they were still a girl at this point.
Yeah.
I'm keeping track.
Also, during the stream, this commentary orbiter named Flexecutive joined. And the reason I'm bringing up Flexecutive is because he's dead.
What?
Flexecutive is dead. He died.
What?
Like, he's actually dead. Yeah,
Why are we
Flexecutive.
laughing? What's going on?
He's dead.
Why are we laughing?
He's dead. He didn't.
The way that it's written in the fucking thing.
He didn't lie about it either. He's
It
fucking gone, bro.
It just says he's fucking dead.
He's fucking
Matt.
R.I.P. Flexecutive. He's fucking dead. This guy used to call in and talk about snowballing and fucking talking about cocaine and stuff. Nick hated him. Augie hated him. Everybody hated the guy. And then one day he just died. And then Mango tweeted out, "Oh, I'm so sorry." But meanwhile, Mango was the one shitting on Flexecutive all the time too. So some base person that I don't know eventually comes on and starts railing on Mango about being too emotional and bringing up their mental health as a crutch. This is the first time Mango's really gotten any pushback. Mango gets so defensive that they claim that the caller was making their boyfriend uncomfortable. Where have we heard that before? During some separate scenario. And I kept this in while writing because Beavers, you're the only one I think that was on the episode with me during this. I go, oh wait, I'm keeping this in here because I just realized who the caller is and it's hilarious. Beavers, get ready for this. The caller that pushed Mango back was Sneef, the guy who fucked the couch. The guy we did a video on.
Oh my God.
That we defended for the accusation. The guy
Oh
Mango's
my God.
going on about Sneef on Twitter. It all starts here, Beavers. It all starts here.
She's literally everywhere.
By the way, another side note about Tipster. He's being a petty bitch during the stream, stirring the pot and dunking on racism as much as possible so he can look good in front of everyone else. He's such a fucking sensitive bitch. So this stream was my first impression of Mango, and it wasn't good. I saw him as a complete blabbermouth that can't shut the fuck up, loves the spotlight, and will attempt to suck the clout out of anyone with a higher subscriber count than them. Basically, in short, I saw them as an annoying spurd. Now, the reason why this took so long to write out is because that there's a lot of dramas. For instance, Mango was apparently one of the people who helped write the Cammy doc with John Swan. And there's also weird cosplay dramas that happen as well that are hard to keep up with. So in this podcast, I want to stick with the main points. And the next point would be 2 years later when two autistic spurds decide to take a road trip to VidCon. Hop in, boys. We're going to VidCon.
Going to VidCon, boys.
We all know the Electric Blake drama. We were all there for it. Now Recording was actually going on at the time. It was in its early infant stages. I'm sure you guys remember some of it, right?
Yeah,
Yep.
I remember.
Yeah, some of the old folks listening out there, they might have heard the episode that was on Tommy's. Didn't Tommy steal that from us?
Yeah, I was on a stage.
Yeah, I did a stage with Tommy and Electric Blake.
Yep.
Yeah.
So, in the summer of 2022, two autists would go on a road trip to VidCon. Those two being Electric Blake and Mango, aka Neon Caffeine. Electric Blake is a small TikTok content creator known for doing tool TikTok. Who makes videos where he takes like a battery or something and he puts it in the microwave to see what happens, as well as doing fix-it videos with tools. He's not really commentary.
So he's just a retard.
Yes.
Yep.
No.
He's a
It's good
retard
content.
with a camera. He put
It's
a
good
battery in a
content.
fucking
It's
microwave.
good
What do you
content.
think?
Yeah. Okay, and Mr. Beast put a microwave inside of a microwave. What's your point?
He does
Yeah.
he does will it drill and like he'll put it like a pencil in a drill press or like
Okay, I've got a
What?
funny-
or like a screw onto another screw. Yeah, that's all.
How is that good content?
I don't know.
Your
It's
fucking
TikTok,
Gen
bro.
Z brain is rotten, bro. It's
You
rotten.
underestimate
Skibbity.
TikTok users.
You put a microwave in a microwave, or you put a fucking battery in a microwave. The same shit's gonna happen. It's gonna spark. It's a microwave.
So, the two met when Neon Caffeine's YouTube channel was recommended into Blake's algorithm, and Blake thought that they were pretty funny. Blake would join their Discord server and strike up a conversation with Mango and become friends. And Mango would help edit a couple of Blake's videos. More than likely, Blake had a crush on Mango. The two would strike up a conversation in Discord about possibly...
Big mistake.
Yeah, you're telling me. About possibly going to VidCon together. At first, Mango was hesitant and said it wouldn't be a good idea, but then changed his mind around 2 weeks before the journey began. During this, Mango would talk up Electric Blake and tell him how amazing this trip was going to be and how Mango is mutuals with Mr. Beast and has so many connections in the community. So they decided they would drive together. Blake had around $3,000 in the bank, a lot of it he had borrowed from his brother, and Mango would ride with him and help pay for gas, food, etc. But alas, Mango didn't have that much to help, so Blake planned that if they can stay under 3K, stop where they plan to stop, and not really make any detours, they should be good. It's also to note that before the trip even began, Mango, who is heavily autistic, and like most weird autistic people, they have a lot of pets, like lizards, snakes, birds, etc. They could not afford they could not afford a pet sitter. Therefore, Blake dished out $500 to get Mango a pet sitter. So, as the trip began, things were already off to a bumpy start, as Blake found himself having to stop at particular restaurants because Mango had a food allergy and could eat certain foods. Therefore, the stops to eat would get kind of expensive. During the trip, Blake also felt like Mango was disrespecting his property, as Mango had...
Bro, if Now Recording ever goes on a road trip and we stop at like a gas station and there's like a diner or something there, and one of you turn to me and you're like, I can't eat here. I have food. Like, I have food allergies. I'm going to be like, well, then you're going to just sit there and watch us eat.
I'm going to give you
make a plan.
I'm going to give you a ketchup packet and shove it in your mouth.
And fucking eat an apple. Eat an apple, bro. Nobody gives a shit.
Now Recording RV coming next year.
Yeah.
During the trip, Blake also felt like Mango was disrespecting his property, as Mango had his feet on the dashboard with their shoes on, leaving permanent damage to his dashboard. They'd ended up tracking dirt in the car as well as blasting the volume to his radio, which would eventually blow out one of his speakers. There was also a point where Mango would ask Blake to buy a GoPro for the trip that Mango said he would pay back for. Mango would allegedly never pay Blake back for this GoPro.
Now, in Mango's defense, right? I don't see how your feet can... I think that's him being autistic about the dashboard.
Yeah, I think I'm getting deja vu. But the speaker, maybe that's a little bit more kind of like, I could probably get pissed off about that. But yeah, the dashboard stuff.
Get it. But the dashboard is probably him just being autistic, and she left a little mark that he could go get, that car cleaning spray or whatever that repairs the vinyl. Yeah.
Also, Mango needs to get her smelly feet off the dashboard. That's all I'm saying. During the hotel stays, Blake is adamant that they should stop at the cheaper hotels, but Mango isn't having that and claims that if they are going to stay at the cheaper hotels, Mango is just going to sleep in the car. Well, from Blake's perspective, he felt...
Good, bitch! Stay in the car! Good, bitch!
Yeah. Stay in the car, get shot, whatever. Please.
Yeah.
But,
we're getting that.
In Minecraft, by the way.
Blake needs to learn how to say no. Like, this motherfucker's buying this poor guy, like literal poor. I don't mean poor and I feel bad, but poor and money wise guy a GoPro and already bought the pet sitter. You already just dropped what, $700-800 out of your 3K on things that you don't need. Get the fuck out of here.
You could tell Blake really wanted to go on a trip with Mango.
I'm sorry. I'm gonna throw someone else under the bus, but that's like telling Doug the same thing, right? Doug, the night, a very nice guy who's like, yeah, I trust you. You'll pay me back. Yeah, of course. Blake is the same exact way. He just has a driver's license.
Doug, you want to go on a road trip? You want to go on a road trip?
Yeah, go on a road trip with Mango. Yeah, that'll work out.
I'm driving. Doug.
Absolutely not.
I'm not getting in a car with Doug.
What? I'm not getting in a car with beavers.
Come on, we're gonna drive cross country with Doug.
He's gonna
RV.
Every time he talks, he's gonna be like, yeah, that's.
Oh, that was rude.
Poor Doug.
That was rude and uncalled.
Oh shit.
So Mango would say that he wants to sleep in the car. Well, from Blake's perspective, he felt bad having Mango stay in the car and did not want to do that because it may look bad on him. So he started stopping at hotels that are around $250 a day. At some point,
you know what? If it was, I get where Blake's coming from, right? Again, if I went on a trip with a lady, right, I'd be like, you know what, you can't sleep in the car. But if a dude says to me that he's not coming into the hotel room, I'm saying, good luck, brother. Here's a butter knife.
Fair point.
Fuck you.
So at some point, they would stop in Texas and stay with a friend, but they would get kicked out after Blake had already bought a bunch of groceries and was forced to leave the groceries there. Before getting to VidCon, Blake would come to the realization that he had spent way too much money already, and they needed to turn back because there's no way they're going to get home if they continue to California. By the way, just for note, I think they came from Illinois or Iowa. I don't remember.
They're like the guys that used to back in the day with like the wagons, the fucking wagons going across country.
Oh, Oregon
they got
Trail?
halfway and they realized their supplies are running out, and they were like, "We got to turn back." And Mango's the fucking nutter that ends up having you like have to eat your
each other,
your fellow your fellow settlers. Yeah.
Oh well, listen to this. Mango. Well, they were going to get home if they continued. They're not going to get home if they continue California. But Mango does this anime speech where they're like, "These are my friends. These are my friends we're seeing. I can't turn my back on my friends." And Blake would decide to push on. Mango would attempt to pay a tiny bit for hotels, but nonetheless, the payments were increasing, and that money was being siphoned from his bank account. At some point, Blake would end up having a mental breakdown in front of Mango and would be brought to tears, claiming that Mango didn't care about him. Mango would deny this, and Blake would eventually calm down. They would eventually get to VidCon and go to parties, and Blake would feel out of place because he's in a totally different genre of YouTube, and they were mostly hanging out with commentary YouTubers, so there's no way for him to really connect, network, or collab with anyone.
But Mr. Beast is there. No, like, can he hang out with Mr. Beast?
I don't know. Mr. Beast is like, I'll help this retard out, Mango. Come with me, kid.
All right,
I'll show you the world.
$10,000 if you can drill a hole inside your
head. Whoa, Mr. Beast, calm down. I'll do it. And while Blake is doing his best to network, Mango is now on his own and racking up a lot of dough on Mango's credit card bill, around 1.6K of Mango's own money. This money, from what Blake explains, was going to Mango and Mango only, not towards hotels, gas, or anything like that. VidCon side note. During this VidCon, Mango and Polis would accuse White Glove of swatting the hotel that they stayed at due to Mango seeing police at the hotel. This, however, would be a false accusation and was a mistake by Stinky Blue Rat. None of them had ever had any evidence to link White Glove to this. And I have a DM me to Mango. Hey, Mango, can you possibly give a little backstory to the alleged swatting at VidCon? And Mango says, apparently Chris was dumb and it was just armed cops. He thought it was the SWAT team. They just happened to show up right after the White Glove shit. At least that's what Aiden thinks. You'd have to ask at Stinky Blue Rat. He's the one who saw the alleged SWAT team. And I said, all right, gotcha. To top it off, Blake would contact
How do these
COVID.
people function?
I don't know.
They don't know. They don't understand how the real world works. They see a cop and like, oh my god, somebody's swatting me. Nothing else could be possibly going on in the world.
Yeah, they're coming for me. I'm the main character. Oh my god, they must be coming for me.
I 100% believe that Stinky Blue Rat would mistake a single police officer as a SWAT team member.
Yeah. Stinky Blue Rat, the guy who used Ricky Berg for clout. I'll say it.
He still does to this day. I hate that guy.
Oh, don't worry. I throw some shade at him later on in this doc. Yeah. To top it off, Blake would contract COVID and would get insanely sick with a 102-degree fever, and was told when he went to the hospital that if contact, yeah, thank you. 102-degree fever, and was told when he went to the hospital that one fucking misspell. That really fucking 6,000 words, one fucking misspell. You're gonna give me shit for that?
Sorry, I zoomed my little screen in so I could see like one thing and try and read ahead of you, and that's what I saw.
And Toxic is motherfucking blind.
There. Was told when he went to the hospital that if he waited another day, he would have probably died. While recovering, he was then stuck in a hotel room, racking up more debt. Blake would have to borrow more money from his brother to afford the stay. We're talking LA VidCon too. Those hotels are pricey as fuck. Eventually,
so wait, this was during the beginning of COVID, right?
this was like 2022, so this was near the end of COVID.
Was it near the end of? Was this when you still had to isolate for like 2 weeks though?
I don't think so. I think it was beginning to get lenient because I think they all stayed in that hotel room together.
Yeah. Well, they all
just got COVID from each
yeah,
other.
but they all had COVID. So, So okay. So let's say they stayed a whole week. $250 times 250. What's that? Fucking 1,500. Jesus Christ.
Yeah, I think it was probably more than 250 as well. We're talking about an LA hotel.
Jeez.
Okay.
Also,
and all the food that they had to get.
I'm pretty sure that 102.
What Fahrenheit?
I think you're still pretty good to stay at home. Yeah, I think you're still pretty good to stay at home with 102.
Yeah, fair enough.
I don't think it's the end of the world. It's the end of the world of a hypochondriac.
Yeah.
100%. Like, if you've interacted with Blake, 100% that doctor didn't tell him he was going to die. 100% that doctor was telling him how dangerous COVID can be and that he should be careful. And he was like, oh my God, they said I was going to die. Like, I can just imagine him leaving the hospital and being they said I was going to die.
I mean, at the end of the day, these are two tards, and this road trip. These two should have never been in the same room together, much less.
It's kind of like Dumber and Dumber.
Yeah.
Going to fucking VidCon. They should make that movie.
Dude, they should have vlogged the whole thing.
Day.
They should have vlogged everything, the fights, everything. They just vlogged the whole thing.
Yeah, you could have seen fucking Mango sitting in the car with a butter knife trying to sleep at night.
Now tell me who's dumber. I'm going to say Blake.
Because did you include the shit about the hotels they stayed at?
There was some about mold. I don't think I actually included it. Go ahead, Beavers.
Oh, I was gonna say Mango. One of the reasons that she didn't want to stay at the fucking motel he picked is because apparently there was like a shootout or something happening.
Oh yeah.
And she had, and then the other hotels were like, oh, I have allergies, and if there's even a small speck of mold, I can't even breathe, and I'll like choke and die or something. Fucking get over yourself.
Oh, you're gonna drive to LA, one of the most fucking polluted cities in the world. Eventually, Blake would feel better, and they would mingle a little more until finally heading home. I don't know exactly when this was, but I believe it was on their way back. They stayed at a hotel room, and Mango would dye his hair and would get hair dye all over the hotel room. And Blake could not get his security deposit back on the room because of the stains. There was also a situation in which Mango's credit card ran out, and Mango was forced to borrow money from his now boyfriend, Pansexual Pizza, or whatever the fuck his name is. Yeah, Pan Pizza, Rebel Taxi. I don't know.
Pansexual Pizza.
I like that.
You have to shoot
Did they start off as pizza?
No, well, they called Pan Pizza. I added pansexual for.
Okay.
Yeah.
And pizza.
In a text message to Blake, with the way it was worded, Blake interpreted it as Mango telling him that whatever he borrowed from Pizza, Blake would owe, which made Blake pretty mad. So this screenshot, gas hit $3.99 and blank. The fucking card ran out. Now you're just going to owe blank. So whatever he says, you owe. Once we leave Texas, you owe. But Mango would correct his wording, saying Blake just owed it to the pizza boy helping out with groceries. Also, apparently during the road trip, Mango stopped at a boyfriend's house, broke up with said boyfriend, and ended up dating someone else. During all of this, these financial issues.
Blake's doing all of this, and he's not even getting poon.
Yeah. Wait, Blake, can we take a detour to my boyfriend's house that I can break up with?
Blake, you could have.
With this other guy.
You could have literally picked any other woman and been like, "Hey, you want to go to VidCon?" And if they said yes, you were probably going to get laid.
Yeah.
So he's just taxing her to any stop that she requests, and she's like, yes. I'm gonna, let's stay here. Let's go visit this park. Oh, by the way, I need to break up with my boyfriend. Hey, how about we go here?
Yeah.
How about? Oh wait, you know what? There's this other guy that I really like. Can we go visit him real quick? She's fucking.
Look at how one sided this is, right? Mango goes on this trip, right? They get a free GoPro. All right, they get to go to a road trip to VidCon to see all their little friends. All right, and then you have Blake who pays for all these hotels and all these food and all that, and they go to VidCon, and they don't even get anything valuable out of it. They're just there.
You know what would have been a big brain move for Blake, right?
What's that?
I'm a bit of a dick, okay? So if I knew I had to go with the Mango, right? And they were like, "Oh, you need to pay for my pet's pet sitter," right? I would have said to the pet sitter, "I can only pay you this much up front," right? Because if they fucked me over on the road trip, I wouldn't pay the pet sitter, and then they'd put a lien on their pets.
Dude, that would have been interesting.
Or the pet sitter. You know,
Get the
you know,
pets taken away.
you know what the pet sitter probably would have done? They'd been like, all right, they paid
What's
for
that?
5 days. All right, I'm out. Fuck these pets.
Oh god.
Just opens the door and lets them all out.
Same
Be
results
free!
either way.
what is it? Ace Ventura
So-
pet detective?
During all these financial issues were discussed because Blake was completely out of money, and Mango gave Blake the impression that he could not pay him anything, which again infuriated Blake. This was caused him to vent in a group chat, which would get leaked to Aiden. After that, as they're driving back, is when Aiden Projects begins to leak everything and led to Nick tweeting out, local e-girl spends all of Sim's money. E-girl then tried to open a credit card in a different person's name to fund her vacation. E-girl opens a credit card and asks Simp to pay what she owes to a third party, Simp 2. Simp declines. E-girl can now not afford food or water. And another tweet that says, Simp 1 can't pay rent, has amassed $6,000 debt on E-girl. This whole trip has cost me $6,000 so far. I can't pay my rent this month. Neither can I. I told you when my card runs out, I can't pay for shit. I can't pay rent or food. As it begins to make the rounds online, screenshots would leak, but Mango's name would be anonymous until Nick would leak their name on Dead on Dave's stream, and Aiden would show everything. So Aiden tweeted out, "I'm only leaking this because it's basically already been leaked. Last week, 2 people came to me and told me about how Mango is financially exploiting Electric Blake to the point that he is now in debt because of it. Another person came to me last week and explained how Mango allegedly has done similar shit with multiple other guys who have spent thousands to ensure her well-being. I liked Mango, but all the stories I've heard in the last 2 weeks have been insane." And Mango says, "I spent $1,600. Blake is mistaken. Please speak to him." Mango also says, "Trip in total has costed $8,000. He has already spent $6,000, and I've spent almost $2,000, and I'm PayPaling the other half." Little side note here. During this drama, Mango would reveal that Aiden tried to rip him off because Aiden took one of the edible gummies from Mango without paying him. However, the story actually goes that they were at a party at VidCon, and they started offering everyone these gummies, including Aiden, who was 17 at the time, but Aiden was not sure if Mango actually knew that because Aiden looked pretty old. Mango would rip a piece of one of the gummies off and give it to Aiden, and Aiden just said thanks. Aiden did not end up taking it, though, because it looked really weird. Then a few weeks later, when Aiden started tweeting about the...
Good move.
Yeah. Tweeting about the electric... Yeah, that's how you get autism, by the way. Tweeting about the... tweeting about the Electric Blake thing.
How much does one of those gummies cost? Like, actually, like, does anybody know?
I'm not sure.
I wouldn't.
I'm honestly
I wouldn't imagine it costs like what, like $20, $30, $40.
Yeah.
No.
Well,
no.
it says no. It says here that about the Electric Blake thing, Mango had claimed that Aiden didn't pay them for the gummy, which was funny because the piece they gave Aiden was probably worth like 50 cents.
Oh.
And Mango had never asked anyone to pay them at the time. Aiden would have had no problem paying them. So this is just a little side story to show how petty and ridiculous Mango can be, as they are very capable of twisting stories. So now, as the drama is happening, the two are trying to find their way home, and Mango makes the decision to split ways with Blake and find his own way. At this point, neither of them have any money really, and Mango's idea is to separate and figure it out on their own. As this is going on, Mango would be replying to DMs claiming that Blake made them feel uncomfortable and made their friends feel uncomfortable. I'll talk more about that in a bit. As the drama continues to unfold, Mango, while heading home separately from Blake, would ask to get into a call with them, Jalen, and Raintism. Yes, Raintism and Mango are now friends again after Mango embarrassed him back in 2020. Now, this call would be leaked to multiple sources, and there actually is 2 separate recordings of it because both Jalen and Raintism were recording.
Nice.
So in the call, Mango would apparently change their tune and claim that they are going to pay Blake back and had plans for beginning to pay him back. Mango tweets, "I'm on a call with Blake right now. We both spent all of our money. There's clearly been some confusion, and we're happy to clear everything up. We both agreed to go on this trip and spread ourselves thin. Blake and I are still friends and speaking right now. He's very confused why Aiden is tweeting. Also, for the record, Blake was not trying to fuck me. We do group YouTube shit together. He has a date with another girl anyways. For the record, both Blake and I spent $4K on this trip, and Blake and I just have
Another
autism.
girl.
Wait. I know this is gonna play into later, right? Because we're gonna talk about this.
Yeah.
But she made a later accusation, and she's saying here that
Pump the brakes.
you
Pump the
know, I
brakes.
get it.
Hold
I get it.
Hold that
It's
one.
so fucking crazy.
Yeah.
So fucking crazy.
For the record, Blake and I were really irresponsible with money and fucked ourselves over financially. Was a wake-up call for me and Blake not to live on credit and live beyond our means. But we've known this for days now already. Jalen would tweet out, everything with Neon, Caffeine, and Electric Blake is good. They have settled everything. It was simply a misunderstanding.
Jesus.
And Mango will be paying for their half of the trip.
Why's a Mango and Jalen?
While this call is going on, I actually DM'd Mango about the situation, and Mango would give me his side while still in the call with everyone. So while I'm talking to them in the DMs, they're still in that call with Jalen and Ranges and Blake. I will go into more detail about Mango's side in a bit, but I do want to share context of these DMs. Oh, I asked what was the miscommunication, and Mango says he didn't think I was PayPaling him when I was. He also thought I didn't care about him. Apparently, he didn't tell me what the money situation was or how he felt a lot at the time. And I say, so are you saying you are paying him back? You are paying him back, and they said yes. And I said, how would he know? How would he not know that? And they say, I paid 1.6K already, and I'm paying the rest when the billing cycle resets. I have no idea. This was kickstarted when the person we were staying with was uncomfortable with Blake for unrelated reasons. Told me they weren't okay with him staying there anymore. And then I say, so the accusation is that you were exploiting your friend Blake. You guys went on a trip, spent a bunch of his money, and he kept making more stops on the way back, creating even more debt. What you're saying is you were paying him back, but he didn't get the PayPal notifications. And this all began because he was making your friend uncomfortable. Am I missing anything here? And they say, well, it's more of I paid some of it now and then some the next billing cycle because the card is maxed out and the money stress was the last straw. Then my friend told me that she was uncomfortable with Blake. Last straw from my friend. But yes, I've already paid 1.6K.
Didn't they say early in those tweets that they learned that living on credit cards wasn't a good thing?
I think so.
And they're literally maxing out their card.
Yep. Yep. That's where we're at right now.
Good
there
to
was
see
also,
they're capable of learning.
Yeah. There anything else you want to go? I say there anything else you want to go into this whole uncomfortable thing? It feels like you're trying to imply he was mad for being labeled being uncomfortable and decided to leak stuff about this. Could you clear this up? And they say, yeah, of course. It was him treating me poorly, screaming some violent stuff IRL while I was in Discord calls, and it freaked some people out. Also, he didn't want this leaked initially. He sent that to the Austin. I thought that said autism group chat. The Austin group chat, so he could talk to me and Pan at once. Then Aiden convinced him I manipulated him, and he said thank you. But then he talked to others and myself, and doesn't think that anymore. I guess because we still homies. Someone from this group chat leaked it to Aiden for advice. Then Aiden leaked it. Blake did not see this coming and was surprised apparently. And you guys drove to VidCon and were able to get back. Yeah. I am selling my blood to pay him back. That is not a joke.
Thanks.
Donating plasma, it pays thousands
Let's go.
to help pay for normal expenses on top of my regular job. I say, how much did Blake end up spending and how much did you spend? They say 4K each. And I say, what about the 6K in the screenshot? And they say, I'm confused about that. He told me it was 8K. Some of that I think was his rent, insurance, etc. He said it was 8K total, and I said I'd pay half. So I'm just going off what he has said is half. These are some of the DM exchanges I had with Mango at that point in time. As you can see, they were saying they were in the process of paying Blake back and was selling their plasma to do so. And here's a tweet where they said, I maxed out my credit card on VidCon because I am epic as fuck, and now I'm stranded in Texas, but do not fear, I shall sell blood plasma like a bad bitch to get home. All right?
Is that what they call it?
It's like the... yeah, I was going to say, that's the modern version of whoring yourself out.
Yeah.
If I was Blake, and I'm on that trip with Mango, and we start running out of money, I'm going to pull an Andrew Tate on him.
Yeah.
I'll be like, well, we're at the motel.
Mm-hmm.
We've got the location down. Get out there.
I'm gonna be autistic here. I'm pretty sure, at least the plasma place that's near me, I think they only pay like $50 each time you go in, and you have to wait like
Yeah,
a
it's
week
not
or
bad.
two.
if you start, there's like a thing you can start where your first like 10 will give you like $800 or something.
Oh, jeez.
Yeah,
Jeez.
speaking from experience.
Yeah.
Good money.
So, Jesus, toxic. All right. Something I
Oh.
also saw as suspicious something I also saw as suspicious in a group chat that they would ask Blake if he wanted to talk to me, and Mango would try to talk for Blake. So Mango says, and I don't think me or Blake wants to be used for content. And yes, he said he was home safe earlier, just busy. Raintism says, I'm not trying to start anything. I've been talking to Matt Pitt, and I just wanted to ask Blake if he wanted to talk to Matt Pitt. Mango says, Blake doesn't even know who that is. It's a drama channel, and I don't think Blake wants to continue the drama. Plus, haven't all those guys been bothering Jalen too? And Raintism says, not the Tommy C guys. And Mango says, I don't know, dude. Tro isn't happy. Things continued as long as they did. Going on a drama channel is the worst thing to do. LMFAO, you should know. Hee. Raintism says, I mean, Mango, to be frank, it's kind of Blake's decision. Like, I personally don't want to continue drama, but if Blake wants to talk to Matt Pitt, that's his decision, to be honest. And Mango says, of course it is. It's his decision, but I don't want to be around drama channels anymore. But if people want to continue the drama with me, I don't really want to.
Wait,
go ahead. Talk.
You were a drama channel back then?
Does Mango take lol? Does Mango take HRT or whatever?
Yes, their voice is deep now.
Okay, it's scary. But
Hey mom, I just went and got my plasma from the hospital.
They sound like Bunk now, basically.
I'm feeling a little bit weird today.
You feel a little under the weather there? I know if you do like gay things, you can't donate plasma. I'm pretty sure you can't on HRT either.
Well, this was before they were on HRT, I think.
Yeah.
I didn't tell them I was an HRT.
All right. Fair point.
All right. This is a screenshot here. Blake and I sorted it in private a long while ago and are still friends who speak often. If people want to make assumptions about me, that's fine. It doesn't bother me. YouTube is a hobby to me, not a job. TLDR, it was a massive miscommunication on both mine and Blake's part, like I tweeted the day it happened. Just recapping that here, since my tweets auto-delete, apologies for any confusion. I just generally can't be bothered. I only really
wonder why your tweets auto-delete.
Yeah. I only really valued sorting things like Blake himself. So in total, Blake would later say he spent $8,000 and believed Mango was responsible for around 30%, so around $2,400 plus the GoPro money and the security deposit Blake didn't get back for the hotel, which would bring that price to around $3,000. Mango would eventually pay Blake back $700, but that would be about it. Also, Blake would say that Mango in total paid about $650 to help out during the trip. So in total, you could maybe make the argument that if you're being charitable to Mango, that he paid around $1,350 back for the trip if you include the amount Mango helped out with. So almost half of what Blake claims he was owed. The narrative of the story would basically be a simp who paid for a Z-girl, as Mango at the time was still believed to be a woman, which now in fact Mango is an e-boy. The narrative would then quickly transition into Mango taking advantage of a retarded tool TikToker, and then things would die down as Mango promised to pay Electric Blake back. However, months later, maybe like closer to a year later in fact, the narrative would change again into Electric Blake being a potential predator.
Oh.
And this is Mango's side. So this is something we didn't cover on Now Recording, I believe. But Mango would later go on a Hopeless Peaches stream. Yes, that Hopeless Peaches.
Wait, what?
And
Try to put his fingers in a microwave.
Yes.
Wait, how does this relate to Leo Convoy? What the fuck?
It all comes back. It all comes back.
We all know each other.
That Hopeless Peaches and would levy allegations against Blake, calling him a sexual predator who suicide baited Mango. He would further accuse Blake of sending weird DMs to a 17-year-old while Blake was 29 years old. In the video from Cozy Camper, who had spoke to Mango, Cozy would present allegations that during the VidCon trip, Blake had pissed all over the floor and left his crusty underwear around the area. Mango presented evidence.
He has autism.
True.
Like he's
Mango, why don't you join him?
animal.
Just join him.
Yeah, he's
Just right
basically an
next to him.
animal. You know? It's
Yeah.
like, oh, that would be great, right? What if they are like pack animals, like they have herd mentality? Like just starts pissing on the floor, Mango just squats down next to him.
Yeah. Yeah, that's what it turns into. It's Lord of the Flies. Lord of the Trans. Mango presented evidence through the screenshots of Blake being romantically interested in him, completely doing a 180 from what they had said before. There's a lot here, but it's basically Blake being a sad boy about not being able to get a girlfriend and was trying to ask girls out in the server. At one point, Mango mentions how Ghosty is going around flirting with all the girls in the server and developing a bad reputation. Hey, you know who one of my sources was for our Ghosty video? Mango.
Ghost.
Yeah, and developing a bad reputation. And Blake could get that same reputation if he does the same. So here's Electric Blake saying, legit,
I
you
can't believe we looked at his dick.
Thanks for saying that. I want to forget that.
I thought about it, so I thought I'd make you all think
I am
about
so happy I didn't see that.
Me either.
So Electric Blake says, legit, you promise me you'll never be romantically interested in me? And this is Mango saying, I promise, my dude, I'm genuinely gay. The suicide baiting.
Wait.
What?
What does that mean?
I'm genuinely...
Do you promise me you'll never be attracted to me?
Yes.
Thank you.
Now, wait, hold on, wait.
I think
Who's trash bag? Who's toffee?
Mango.
okay.
Oh, okay, I got it. They're lesbian.
Yeah.
Wait, no,
they're dating.
Wait,
Wait,
what?
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. That's why when they said I'm genuinely gay, I was sitting there thinking to myself, wait, but that means that you do like.
I think
dudes.
this screenshot got cut off. I think they say, I promise, my dude, I'm genuinely gay and also a guy, or something like that. But I think I cut off the screenshot because the way.
Yeah, but Electric Blake is a guy.
Yeah, but
which means Mango would be into that.
Yeah, that's
what
point.
I'm saying. It's like
yeah, that's a good point.
It's fucking with my head. I don't know what the fuck they mean by that.
And then they were dating, weren't they dating?
That's like me. That's like a woman asking you out, and you look at it and you go like,
and
yeah, I promise you, I'm not into you. I'm actually straight.
And Pan wasn't out yet about their sexuality. Okay, yeah, this is a mind fuck. All right.
Yeah, all right. So here's the suicide baiting. Mango saying, what do you mean? And Blake saying, I'm not going anywhere. I was just testing you to see if you recognize the signs of somebody about to kill themselves. Mango says, what the fuck? And Blake said, you failed. And Mango says, I'm so confused. Why would you test someone about that? Blake says, if somebody starts talking
I'm
like
autistic.
Yeah. Yeah, that's what
I'm autistic today. It was very important. I thought you should know.
Yeah. If somebody starts talking like that, it means they're going to kill themselves. I would be dead right now, and you wouldn't have tried to stop me. The narrative of Mango convincing Blake to go to VidCon would also be put into question, as Mango would show us screenshots of him telling Blake that it's not a good idea. Mango says, B-Day is soon. Mango says, trip to St. Louis is off. My friend moved. Blake says, depression. Mango says, I know, right? Blake says, I guess that means
it was another trip?
I guess I'm going to drive to VidCon. Mango says,
Dumb and Dumber deserved the sequel.
Mango says, I wouldn't waste the money. And Blake says, And Mango says, a hotel would cost you like $2,000 unless you have people to room with. Don't go. Like I wouldn't. It's a throwaway of money. And I'm only going because Hayden bought us a hotel. Now all that would fall through, and they go right back to Blake asking, hey, you want to go to VidCon? Like they can use this and be like, no, I said no. But at the same time, like you took him up on the offer. Like you went, you knew, Mango, you knew what you were doing is what I'm trying to say. I'm not saying Blake is a good boy. I'm not saying he's a good boy. I'm saying you knew what you were doing. So Mango would allege sexual harassment allegations towards Blake from the trip in VidCon of 2022, claiming that Blake begged Mango to sleep in the same bed with him due to them both being boys. Quoting, if you're a real boy, you'd sleep in the same bed as me. And this is Mango saying, as for my sexual harassment, some, but not all of the IRL harassment has witnesses since we stayed in hotels with friends. The more mild stuff happened online. And here's Mr. Stinky Blue Rat saying, he also said straight to Mango, space, in our room, if you're a real boy, you'd sleep in the same bed with me and change in front of me. I'm a guy, but it's not mandatory to sleep with other guys, especially fucking change in front of them. We like our privacy, bruh. And then here's Pan Pizza, the boyfriend, saying,
I don't know, if you were a real guy, would it be that big of a problem?
Yeah.
I mean, you'd prefer to change in your own space, but you wouldn't really be that bothered. I don't care if other men see my penis. I'm not looking at yours, you're not looking at mine. It's like gym room culture.
Yeah. So when Cozy, the YouTuber, asked Mango Why they didn't mention any of this in July when the story was getting traction, Mango responded, and yeah, honestly, until I got home from that trip, I considered him one of my best friends until Rebel Taxi and Chris Rap helped me realize what happened to me, that I was taken advantage of and harassed and lied to. I didn't really want to believe it while it was happening. I thought I deserved it because I could be rude sometimes. I didn't want to think someone I considered so close was a bad person. And then someone asked, have you ever previously brought up Electric Blake's harassment? You mentioned that you were good friends with him in June while everyone was covering the $6,000 thing. Since your tweets delete, I wasn't sure if you said anything about it. They say, I have multiple times. I didn't feel uncomfortable going public till October, November, because he has my address, my family's address, lives close to me, and has a violation of a restraining order on his criminal record, which he told me. So yeah, basically, Mango waited for the whole drama to die down and then present allegations against Electric Blake. There's a pattern here with Mango, and they've done this before. Anyone who they don't like or they're against makes them feel uncomfortable. They use that word a lot. They even used it against me when I tried to get in touch with their ex-boyfriend for their side of the story. Mango, I'm telling you this right now. Stop using that word. It's not a weapon. Also, stop hanging out with these spurgy retards and just walk into a fucking wall, please. Just walk into a wall. Because like fucking
repeatedly.
Yeah, repeatedly, over and over in Minecraft. Yeah, go to mine something, but drop your pickaxe instead and hit your hand. No, like they do this stuff all the time. Like I've heard stories like this before, where like there's an issue, and then they say stuff like, "Oh, well, I didn't realize I was being like abused or harassed until I talked to my autistic friends. One of them who has a fucking blue rat on his hand, and he talks to out of like a puppet." Like, yeah, that guy knows what he's fucking talking about. And then Pan Pizza, I don't think that guy's had any sort of social experience in his entire life. Like, you really hang out with the right crowd, Mango. So, speaking of allegations,
I was just gonna say, like, you figure all of this out after the fact. After all the controversy, after
they hold on to this shit, bro.
And they're, what is this? Like a year later, and then you're gonna make baseless accusations about it. You even said earlier, which we even talked about, where Matt was trying to hold me back, but you even said that he was supposedly visiting a girl or seeing a girl while he was down there. So what is it? Is he seeing a girl, or is he trying to see you? I mean, both can be true.
This is what it is.
But like, you didn't make that accusation until after the fact.
This is what it is. If you're gonna play ball with me, I got your back. But if you're going to fuck me over, I'm going to destroy you. I'm going to straight up end you. And I got the information to end you with. And I got people that will back me up. And no one's going to believe you. That's the situation. They're diabolical, man. Mango is not someone to fuck with. They'll throw words out there. They'll throw uncomfortable. That's what they did with me. They wanted me to go on the defense because they used the word uncomfortable. So I'd like freak out, like, I wasn't trying to make you feel uncomfortable. Something like that. And that's how they deal things. But speaking of allegations, here's Mango's allegations that Blake was being inappropriate with a 17-year-old. So Blake is 29. He sexually harassed me when I was 21. There was a minor, 17, named Carter, who was also sexually harassed by Blake. The thing with the minor essentially was Blake was in a call with this minor and some others telling graphic sexual stories. The minor and others asked him to stop because there's a minor there, and instead of stopping, he continued and said things like, I bet you get off to this. I bet you get off to this anyways, to the minor. However, just to make a note, this call took place before VidCon. So Mango went on a trip with a guy who he felt was sexually harassing a minor. Good one, Mango. So in general, Blake said something weird in a VC to a minor. Didn't send his dick.
How old was the minor?
17.
I don't care.
Didn't send his dick. Didn't DM the minor, didn't try to sexually engage with said minor in any sort of intimate way, just made a really, really bad joke in a VC. Also, this guy is like legitimately retarded. These attacks towards Blake were in response. Now, here we go. Here's the remember where I said, I got your back until you fuck me over? Here's the part where Mango felt fucked over. These attacks towards Blake were in response to Blake giving an update to Mango's payment. So Electric Blake tweeted out, for the record, Mango paid me $700 out of $4,000 so far. It's been 4 months since $700 was paid. I realize I will never get paid back ever. I think they are actually a terrible person, and blah, blah, blah. Mango would be...
I'm going to Endgame.
Yeah. Mango would reply. Mango would have a back and forth, and Mango would say, "I didn't steal what I didn't even know what was being spent. I said I had 1.5K to spend, and it spent 2.3K, which is already way more than I ever said I could spend because I thought you were my friend. Let's not forget, some of that money was on pricey food you threw out, or that you tipped someone $100 or spent tons of money on alcohol neither of us drank. I was okay sleeping in a car. You couldn't even eat fast food because it wasn't good enough for you."
That's a lie.
Wait, what?
That's an out and out lie.
I thought she was the
I
one
know
with food
that.
allergy.
I know that she said she wouldn't sleep in the car or in the fucking by the motel because she said there was a shootout or something at it.
Yeah, there was.
That's a blatant lie.
She offered one time to sleep outside. I do remember that, but I don't remember each and every time. I can't.
Yeah. Blake says, "I can tip someone a gold bar if I want to. It's my money. Who cares how I spent my own money? You spent thousands of my money from my account, but all you talk about is how I should spend my own money. You have no defense for this. You know what you did is wrong." And let's see here. Then you call the police and I have nothing to hide. I would gladly hand them my bank statements, receipts, DMs, etc. It would actually be fantastic to have a forensic unit investigate this. That would be ideal. Oh my god! Let's call in the police.
Yeah. Hey.
Waste their time.
This person robbed me blind of what? Of simping money. Well, excuse me, sir. That's not a real crime.
Yeah,
Like,
it's not a crime.
Jesus.
No one's saying you did it. No one's saying you did anything illegal, Mango. You just what you did was
Morally
people
wrong.
just think what you did was morally wrong or retarded. Mango Electric Blake says, "Mango, we were in several states at dozens of hotels. Nobody is or can investigate this. We can't even say for sure where we were at what times, and each thing needs to be looked into in each different state. I'm bluffing. Nobody would take this case. You got the money. Free, clear." And then Mango says, "I actually took Snapchat selfies at most of the hotels with the locations on and messaged my mom whenever we got to a hotel or a different state. I also keep very good track of my credit card statements. It could definitely be investigated if we want it to be." Mango would also provide bank statements showing that Mango did pay Blake back more than what Blake was saying. I have not double checked if this added up, but you can if you want to look at these real quick. So I think these PayPal things at the top here. So that's the PayPal thing. So that's that's 198, 720, 206, and 927 are the PayPal payments.
This person,
900 is.
this person has the bills of a child.
Yeah.
It's fucking.
So they paid
PetSmart and Six Flags and pizza and Wiener Schnitzel.
Yeah, I think this is all during the road trip, right?
Yeah, this has to be Walgreens, Best Lockers, Berry Farm. This is all.
What the fuck were they doing at PetSmart? Who was eating the pet food?
Was that before they left? Maybe I don't know.
It might have been before they left. Maybe buying pet food. Yeah.
Wait, I thought VidCon was in like April, May time.
No, that one was in July, I think. It was like okay. Remember, because it was after COVID. It was like the first VidCon after COVID.
Gotcha.
All right. So there were other allegations of Blake faking a car crash for sympathy, and at one point there was an allegation of caressing Mango's face without his consent. Here's the deal. Blake seems like a perturbed guy with some learning issues. He never should have gone to VidCon, and Mango should have never gone on a trip with him. I just find it interesting that the pattern with Mango is always to try and destroy someone's reputation with info they already had prior. It's constructing a narrative, and it's the result of an immature person who doesn't really know how to handle these situations. Blake is a weirdo, sure, but Mango is a weirdo too. In fact, they probably would make a great couple, honestly. Also, look what communities they surround themselves with. Art community, Keffels community, commentary spurgs like Ghosty. The pattern is there. Last thing with Blake, apparently during the trip at a hotel, they found a dead guy, I guess, and Blake recorded it. And yeah, I thought that was included in Cozy's video, but I didn't see it anymore, and I don't know exactly where the part is, but I just know that Blake recorded a dead guy, and that was one of the things Mango like you tried to use as evidence, and apparently. I don't know this for sure, but I heard Mango was sending the footage around, so Mango had gotten a hold of it. But that's alleged. That's alleged.
I mean, the guy was dead.
Okay, thank you, Beavers.
Also, by the way, I worked it out just for Electric Blake. If he ever does watch this, Instead of taking Mango cross country, you could have hired a prostitute for 2.2 days.
Let's go.
53.3 hours.
Yeah.
Long time.
There you, bro.
Next time, go to
All right,
Vegas.
so there's also the allegation here that Crispy Rat accused Blake of using their toothbrushes to give them COVID while they were all in the hotel. This sounds like absolute bullshit, by the way, and Crispy Rat shouldn't be a trusted source because they're a retard whose only claim to fame is being a Ricky Berwick orbiter. Fuck that guy. In a debate with Spondyle, who completely owned Mango, by the way, Mango claimed that it was Blake who ate the more expensive food and that Mango ate cheap foods and wanted to sleep in the car. Can you imagine how much that car would have stunk with those two autists sleeping in the vehicle together? Mango also claims that Blake stole his GoPro, which that's really confusing given that Blake claims Mango never paid him back for the GoPro he bought for him. So yeah, that's kind of confusing. That's a confusing part. So there you have it. That's the Electric Blake drama. Mango held on to info against Blake and used it as the right time when Blake tried to swing back, asking for his money and destroyed his reputation. Any final thoughts on Electric Blake drama, guys?
So he still hasn't gotten all the money back?
Nope.
As far as I know, I don't think so.
He never will. Can I see the bills again quickly?
Yeah, and the other thing too, when I was reading the bills, by the way, it doesn't specify who the person is being paid except for this one that says Electric Blake. So
yeah,
I don't know necessarily if those transactions are toward him.
So just for reference, I'm
inclined to fucking believe Blake, by the way, when it comes to the food thing. Because if you look at her spending on her card, it's not great.
Yeah, Cold Stone Creamery, which is an ice cream place, you spend $22 at. What the fuck?
Yeah, it's not great. It's not great. She's spending a lot of money.
That food allergy they were talking about.
So on by the way, on November 20th of 2022, I DM'd Blake and I said, "Yo, you coughing on toothbrushes, bro?" And he said, "No, I'm not, and I don't have time for this, Matt. I know why you're asking. They've had months to make shit up and talk to their friends. Fuck them and their stories." And I said, "So you're denying that 100%? Got it. Just checking." And Blake says, "Yes, Matt. I'm denying so-called allegations that I like to cough on toothbrushes." I said, "Good to know."
Weren't they broke at fucking VidCon, bro? What the fuck are they doing spending $81 on pizza?
That's what I was about to say. Did you see that?
Yeah, I was reading it. I was looking at what they were eating, and it says $81 on fucking pizza.
What the fuck are they spending all their money on, bro?
Damn.
All right, let me know when you
guys. Mango has a good metabolism. I'll tell you that.
Yeah, we're good. We're good. There's not much else here.
Hey, yo, Mango, slide in my DMs.
No, don't do it. Don't do it, Mango. All right, guys. All right, so the Electric Blake stuff was like the hardest part to explain. Rest is pretty easy. A lot more simple dramas. So I'm gonna get right into them, guys. Everybody ready?
Yep.
Yo.
Beavers.
Yeah. Did we ever find out what kind of couch me fucked?
That's a Mitch question, I think. I don't know.
L.
Was it?
They really got in that corner.
Was it like leather? Was it like fabric? Was it
fabric?
I picture like an '80s couch, like a classic style.
What's that? What's that like fuzzy fabric? You know what I'm talking about? Like God, what the fuck is it? It feels like really soft when.
I don't know, but it wouldn't be a bad choice.
I mean,
something absorbent.
Maybe. But I'm glad you brought up the couch fucking, because we're about to talk about the Smeeth allegation. Now, there's another drama that happened this year that involved Smeeth. There's a whole episode we did based around it. But Mango was one of the people that was propping up the allegations against him, as Smeeth was accused of sexual misconduct against a furry art creator who claims that they were forced to jerk Smeeth off so much that their arms became useless and crippled for work.
I remember this.
I am not making that up. That's an actual allegation. There's more to it as well, so go check out the episode. Regardless, here's the tweets of Mango talking about the Smeeth allegation. So this is Mango saying from July 31st, 2023, "Not gonna lie, if you support Smeeth or his friend group, do not talk to me. I have witnessed so many things, both personally and from friends, about that group. I want to be as far away from them as possible. Real 2020 small commentators, right, RMR, are getting send, what the fuck does this mean? Real 2020 small commentators getting send a certain person's ass picked without asking for it. If you know, you know. I don't want to come out about my experience and be a part of their drama. I just want to avoid them. Hence why I posted to friends. So y'all can know I do not fuck with them heavily. And I have many reasons that aren't public. And I do not intend to make public. There's one here. This tweet is allegedly... So this tweet, from what Skelly has told me, and this is Skelly that has told me this, this tweet is allegedly about Now Recording. And it's from their circle. I can't make anyone cut anyone off, but know if you try and invite me into space they're in, I will instantly leave and probably be less likely to join spaces I'm invited to in the future. I won't shame anyone regardless, but if I randomly dip from stuff, now you got context.
I'm gonna join every Twitter space possible just to piss you off.
So you don't come. But you know what the type of people like Mango and her friend group are all like? You're like in Hollywood when they find out that fucking Drake Bell was getting diddled as a kid. Yeah. And then as soon as he comes out about it, everybody comes out of the woodworks and they say, oh my God, I knew about it for years.
Yeah,
you know what I mean? They're those types of people. They're pieces of shit. They're really fucking
They wait for the right moment. They wait for that right moment. They see the opening, they take it.
They know these horrible things are happening, and they know that they surround themselves with horrible people. They just don't care until it becomes convenient for them to throw them under the bus.
They don't care because they all cosplay together and smell weird.
Yeah.
In my reply, I didn't say I would shame anyone for not supporting them, or make them cut Smeef off, but that if I was invited to spaces with him, I'd leave. I'm not shaming you now. Don't think I've insulted you at all. There were more tweets about this. They had a huge back and forth with Spondyle that we would end up covering on a Now Recording live stream. Spondyle would bring this up to Mango on Doc on the Radio stream, where Mango would concede that they don't have any proof against me, but witness something in a hotel room. This is simply a case of autists projecting their internet lives into the real world, and they see weird sexual allegations everywhere. Mango backtracks everything and says there are inconsistencies with the accuser's allegations. Again, the person that accused Smeef, Mango says there are inconsistencies with their allegations. And again, if you want to look more into the Smeef allegations, we covered it in detail. And we came to the conclusion Smeef is a weird guy who fucked a couch, but more than likely did not commit anything heinous or nefarious towards the accuser, and that this is a he said, he said, he, they, she said.
Think, Mango, think. Just like the meme.
Yeah. This is simply another case of Mango piling on to allegations, like I said before, wherever there's a pedo or a rape or a grooming allegation or anything like that, nature in commentary, Mango is always there. They're always involved. So the Jane Amber, all right, so now we got the Jane Amber doc, all right? So this one's, So to explain the Jane Amber doc, basically, and this is Skelly's words, by the way. Thank you, Skelly. Basically, this bitch trauma dump. She claims she was molested by her 5-year-old sibling by climbing on her at the age of 10, along with other sexual assault allegations against multiple people, their family included. Doc on the Radio would find out later on the stream that this schizo docs their whole family in this Google Doc. Therefore, Mango, who was promoting this Google Doc on Twitter, unknowingly, because it's obvious they didn't read it, promoted this Google Doc with doxes in it. Whoops. Again, Mango would concede to Spondyle and Doc on the Radio that this was a horrible idea, and they just kept taking L's. All right, so here's some side quests. All right, there's been anyone have anything to say about the Smeef stuff or the Jane Amber stuff before I continue?
I have things to say, but I'm going to keep quiet.
They keep brown nosing into these situations. Oh, how can I help?
Yeah.
You know, that's unfortunate. Oh man, I trust you. You're my friend. I believe everything you say. Don't worry. I'll fuck that guy. Fuck that person. Like, what the fuck is wrong with you?
You know, it's exactly like Mango. Fucking Colton.
Oh yeah.
Like, if you want like a closer to home like comparison for people in the community, it is fucking Colton. They are carbon copies of each other.
Yeah. So side quests. There's been other situations as well that Mango has been involved in. There's been weird autistic cosplay drama. That person we covered, that snow person, that was their best friend. They're always orbiting the art drama. People like Hopeless Peaches. And
surprise.
Yeah. At one point during the Illuminati drama, Mango actually shared a picture of Illuminati's messy room that was shared to them in private and it was not meant to be made for the public. Mango would go against
that was pretty
this.
base, though. That was pretty base.
Mango would go against this and tweet it out for Twitter clout. Also, Corey, do you have anything to add there? Because I think you remember that better than I do.
Yeah, because I was working with somebody at the time about that stuff, and they said privately, the person behind the scenes, they were like, I don't want to get harassed, I don't want to get sued, please do not tweet this out. This is like really important for this not to get out there. And Mango's like, wait, what did you say? And fucking tweeted it out anyway. And it was out there for like 15 minutes. And in fucking Twitter time, that's like forever. That's enough to get
this is Illuminati here. This is Illuminati, a very litigious woman too. So that you can get them in deep shit.
Mango doesn't think of these consequences. They think of the Twitter clout that comes from it. It's insane.
Yeah.
It's insane.
Yeah. Also, they shared Family Guy porn in Dumpy's server and got dunked on for it and was banned from the server. Tyrone goes into more detail on a live stream. I think it was Lois fucking somebody, and this is a server and Dumpy server, and I think there are minors in the server. I don't want to throw out that allegation, but I'm just saying like they shared Family Guy porn in Dumpy server, and Dumpy can't stand them because of this and other stuff. So they got made fun of and banned from that server because they are a retard. All right. Tipster.
Oh, you said the R word.
Tipster. As of recently, Mango has totally turned on Tipster after being Tipster's friend for years. In fact, I remember going in a VC with Tipster and some of his fans and goth mommies to find Mango there shooting the shit. Mango is of course trans, and then here's Tipster, a supporter of the trans community, that is now thrown to the side due to how fucking stupid they are being. Just like that, Mango switched sides. They're based now. They're based again, boys. WWW. They turned on fucking Tipster. So here's my tweet where I say, at Neon Caffeine, are you officially disavowing the tip? And Mango says that would be a yes. And Cherry said same. And Mango says, Tipster wanted to leak Nicholas Diorio's chair, but in reality, this is the only one he's ever known. And then there's another tweet to which Mango says, why did they draw Tipster skinny in this comic? The fat phobia is real, and it's a comic where he says, hi there, I'm a cuckold. So, yeah. So they turned on Tipster, which, fair enough. We turned on Tipster too. But they did it really quick. Like, it was just like, one day they're cool, next day, not cool anymore. And now they're making jokes. So there you go. Rebel Taxi. All right, so does anyone know Rebel Taxi? This would have been great if Mitch was here, because I'm sure he knows.
No idea.
I see the note.
Yeah. Yeah, so Rebel Taxi is Panned Pizza. They're a cartoon YouTuber, I guess. They were when we covered that Just Stop drama last year, he's part of that kind of community. He's like 30-something years old. He's dating Mango.
Didn't Rebel Taxi do a podcast with LS Mark or one of them or Daphne?
Something like that.
I don't remember who it was. But they did, and it was with Mango too, which I always found weird because I'm like, Mango's like a nobody. This is like, it's like involving your girlfriend in a podcast. You know what I mean? That's kind of weird. I don't know.
Right. So Mango is dating Rebel Taxi, aka Pan Pizza. Here's a screenshot of Taxi and Mango's comments. I'm hoping this is him memeing. And Tyrone sent me this. This is Rebel Taxi saying, I will do anything for one more night with you. Mango, I miss what we had. Please take me back, Mango. I'm shaking. Now, I hope these are memes. I think they're memes. And I'm not going to say they're not memes, but I just thought that was some funny cringe. So, all right, this is something new, and I want to tell this story real quick. So I was told when we were planning this Mango episode, I was told that Polis can't stand Mango anymore and wants to talk about them and wants to come on here to talk about them. But I was like, no, they're going to come on and they're going to start waffling, and it's like they're going to talk in circles, and I don't even know what they're saying is true or not. So I don't know about that. And I told Skelly, I said, Skelly, give me a statement, a short paragraph of what their issue is with Mango. I'll read it on the episode. And he was like, bet. And then Polis took like months to do it and kept like being like, oh, I can't do it right now. Finally, I get the statement, and it's like a 6-page Google Doc. So that's why the pages went from 42 pages to like 49 pages.
And we will be reading them all here today.
I want to give a quick disclaimer with Polis here. I don't know if what they're saying is true. They've been inconsistent before, so please don't take us platforming this statement as us 100% being on their side. We are just telling Polis' side of the story.
Depending on what it says.
Yeah. So Polis' response. Hi. I wasn't really ever sure how I could even write or respond to this. I needed a couple months to clear up and also get a good internet connection. Long story. But I finally had the chance to break down the thread that made everyone think I am some weird stalker. You are free to not cover all this, but I want to cover everything post by post just for the sake of context. You are free to contact me on Discord if you need more context. DM a friend and they will DM you my Discord user. No thank you, Polis. So first thing, does everyone remember the stalker thing, the Augie thing we covered on our recording? Back when we were on Tox's channel?
I believe so.
Sure.
Yeah, we had Polis on. Yeah, we had Polis on. Polis had like a folder of a bunch of Augie pictures and they started getting made fun of. I think that's one part. Then there's something to do with VidCon. I'm sure Polis is hopefully going to explain more. I'm going to start with the first tweet where he addresses me. So Mango tweeted out, I've never been mutuals with Polis. I've never been friends with Polis. I've been kind in mutual servers and that's it. Nobody in the story was friends with Polis. To my knowledge, at VidCon, Polis came up to me at Stinky Blue Rat and some others acting like we were friends. And Polis says, I don't really know how else to respond to this because this tweet just sounds like the biggest nitpick of all time. So acting like friends when you first meet someone is not how you meet new people. I have bad enough social skills. I was just doing what I've done in other experiences. I don't understand why he felt like saying this was needed. Also, did you know that Polis, Jalen, and Abby Blackbird hung out together? Do you remember that? Polis, Jalen, and Abby Blackbird hung out together.
That is a weird combination.
Abby Blackbird's a better friend than Polis. Abby Blackbird's a better friend than Mingo.
Jessica Pizzle should have been involved in that.
Can you imagine those three pulling up to the Waffle House and you're their waitress?
Oh no.
You just have to look at them and you're like, hello, they thems.
What up, my they thems?
What up, my binary homies, non-binary homies? So Mango tweets out, I was already a bit uncomfortable. What's that word? Uncomfortable. Because none of us knew him, and we all had plans to go eat, then go to Tro's Airbnb with Braxton JS, which has just stopped. Polis kept trying to stare over my shoulder at my phone to see my message, stuff I was showing my friends. It made us very uncomfortable. Polis explains here, since this happened 2 years ago, I'm going to try my best to remember what I do because a lot of it has been mentally blocked out. From what I remember, it was accidental eavesdropping. I know eavesdropping isn't good, and it never is a good idea to do that, but when someone's phone is right in front of my face, and in some way, of course, I'm gonna see it. I make sure people do see my shit on my phone. when I'm on DMs like that for a reason. I think they meant do not see me. I could literally give an example I had with someone at MagFest. I thought I said MagaFest. I was like, God damn, Polis, where are you going? From January, where they were nicer about it, but that's literally besides the case. He could have easily said, hey, don't look, or hey, could you walk back a bit? No one understands the fact I can't read body language to save my damn life. I need vocal. I need someone to tell me because sometimes I genuinely can't read the room. Mango tweets out.
I was just gonna say, like the previous tweet, right, where they say I feel uncomfortable. Mm-hmm. What, Mango? Why don't you tell people in the moment? Hey, I don't feel comfortable with you being like around me. Can you like back away or get the fuck out of here or leave? No, what is
but not even that. But not even that, right? How are you retarded? And you're hanging out with other retards, and you don't recognize that they're retards. Like, give a little bit of leeway. You know what I mean? Like, you're all retarded. You're all special. Just like, don't be dicks. Just be like, also, I've got my thing, and you've got your thing.
It's almost like it's again a situation where I'm gonna wait, and I'm gonna say it when Polis is getting shit. You know, that's the Mango go-to. You know. I guarantee if I ever get shit, they're gonna be like, yeah, he messaged me in Twitter and he was asking about my boyfriend weird personal questions.
My ex-boyfriend.
I didn't appreciate that. My ex-boyfriend. Yeah. So Polis kept asking if we could get him into Tro's Airbnb to see his friend Augie. I'm fairly certain Augie does not and has never considered Polis a friend. Polis told me he had already asked Tom, someone staying in that B&B, and had been told no. I don't need to go into the whole partially parasocial Augie shit. Everyone knows it. I was in a mod server he added me to, We spent hours playing Minecraft together with other mods. He even would go on his phone one time and pass out. Literally, my tism brain assumed that meant we were friends, especially with the hi friends message I have mentioned time and time again. The reason I had never really DM'd him, even though I thought we were friends, was because I was intimidated. Stupid as fuck, you can laugh if you want. Anyways, I never asked to go to the Airbnb. I literally asked him how the Airbnb was, and he told me, and I said, I wish I could come. Do people not have jealousy anymore? Is saying you wished you could do something not allowed anymore? I never tried to go to the Airbnb after a friend who asked Tom, which, by the way, he asked for me. I never said I could go. He said I could, and I said something about how he didn't have to, but he did. Oh my God, Polish, Jesus, you were doing so well. My God, this is a run-on sentence. All right, I'm gonna try again. I never tried to go to the Airbnb after a friend who asked Tom, which, by the way, he asked for me. I never said could I go. He said I could go, and I said something about how he didn't have to, but he did because he's a nice guy. I don't want to say names because he's not in commentary and never did anything wrong. And Tom said no, which was fine. Mango then tweets out, me and Braxton was also staying there, essentially said if Tom said no, that he needed to be respected. Polis then went on to DM other people staying in that Airbnb, asking if he could go, and it made everyone extremely uncomfortable.
Hey, Polish,
I don't.
I feel a little uncomfortable. How about you get the fuck out of my Airbnb? Thanks, bye. What the like? What the fuck? Why are you sitting there acting like you can't talk? Like you don't have a mouth. Even if you DM'd or message Polish because you're all fucking autistic retards and message them on Discord and say, "Hey, by the way, Polish, just so you know, get the fuck out."
Do you think we should title this video "Mango Makes Us Uncomfortable"?
Yes.
I think why not?
Also,
The
is there
uncomfortable story of
anything?
Mango.
Also, it's like, is there anything inherently wrong with? Let's say I idolize someone, right?
Yeah.
Like in my case, I wouldn't do it for a YouTuber, but let's say it was like a musician or something like that, right? And I know that you, Matt Pitt, know this musician, right? And you're going to go over to their place. Is it that wrong for me to say, hey, Matt, can you get me in there? Is that really so much of a crime?
No,
Not really.
Just be like, that's normal, I would
asking.
think.
Yeah, why not?
Yeah, I think that's normal.
It's all about persistence. Did Polis try to walk into the house? Did Polis try to break in? Did they show up at the house? Were they following people?
Did they ask 8 people to ask Augie to see if he's okay with her coming or them coming over? There's context that's needed here. Also,
even if Polis asked a bunch of people, Polis is retarded and kind of a really autistic to the point where they probably don't understand that when they don't understand that there's an issue there about asking again and again. They don't get that, right? It doesn't go through their head. That's why they got kind of kicked out of the community, because they just couldn't understand any sort of social connection, even in a community with a bunch of people who don't really understand social connection. So there you go.
All I'm saying is, from Polis's standpoint, Augie was fucking Taylor Swift.
Yeah.
Right? And if you put any basic white bitch in Polis's position, but it was Taylor Swift, they would have acted exactly the same way.
Right.
Huh?
So they say, I do want to make something clear. I only DM'd one person after that situation because I was told I could. The day before, even when I met Blacks, guy who DM'd Tom and Aiden told me I could DM me and he could see if I could come. I even told him it's okay if I can't. I was respectful at the time, and when we walked and talked on the way, I walked back to the con to give them space. People are acting like I snuck in there or some shit. I never knew the Airbnb address or wanted to know. I only knew the area. I didn't know if it made people uncomfortable. Again, no one told me. Why didn't anyone tell me? I would have done it. I wouldn't have done it if people told me. My fucking God, people expect me to read every bit of the room like I'm some goddamn mind reader. And let's see. Mango says, I remember asking Polis why he wanted to go to an Airbnb where he wasn't friends with anyone. Genuine question, by the way. And he insisted he was friends with Augie, Blacks, etc. It's been made clear that, to me, by many people, that isn't true. And Polis says,
Mango, you're not friends with Augie, Blacks, and etc. All right, don't act like you're special.
I mean, Mango gets to hang out, gets to go eat pizza with Augie, and they got pictures together and stuff. So I don't know. Maybe they are friends. Maybe they're best friends.
Okay.
I don't need to retype what I said about the Augie incident of 2022. I will be honest, though. I want to say, looking back at it, I really wish I wasn't so defensive back then, because it really was just a simple case of misreading the room. But because of how I reacted, everyone assumed it was stalking. Also, with Bo Blacks, I can't say in summer 2022, but I remember we talked. Not like a lot, but a couple DMs. So I just assumed from there, I guess. But during my drama, by the way, I want to say Bo Blacks was the most charitable person to pull us. But during my drama, I genuinely asked him in DM. I do not have those DMs anymore because they were on my account that got hacked. But we were friends, and he said something along the lines of yes, but not close. I know I ruined that by freaking out and thinking he cared about this mango thread, but that's really whatever. And Mango also says, I've been sitting on this for a while because I thought, hey, maybe he's just socially inept. But seeing that he reached out to a family members to get to Augie, I'm now confident saying I feel like this was stalking. We literally had to make a group chat to figure out how to ditch him. And Paula says, do people know how to talk to me? I honestly just find this one funny. Like, I'm literally older than you, and you ran from me. I wouldn't have been fine. I would have been fine if you just said you didn't want to be around me. Good fucking God, man. Jalen was at the con too. I could have hung out with her. It is not a big deal, like you made it out to be. And that Electric Blake guy was nice to me, by the way. I don't know why they were so hesitant with me. We literally walked to the hotel because I missed my first train ride. So I was stuck in Anaheim for a couple of hours, and I don't remember much besides the fact me, them, and Jalen were there, and I mostly talked to Jalen. No one's ever let me explain the family members thing properly. So I'm just glad I have a platform to be able to talk about that. So growing up, I had what is going on? Growing up, I had these friends. Both were brothers who lived with each other. I always had to DM one brother to talk to the other brother, or to know why the other brother was offline, etc., etc. So I just assumed doing this was normal. I know now it isn't. I just regret that I did, and I can see how this is weird. I don't know what is this making sense to you guys?
Nope.
I'm very lost.
Ramblings.
I'm just gonna go on to the next one.
Okay.
So Mango says, I talked to Stinky Blue Rat this morning about the stuff people sent me about Polis, and we both thought the right thing to do was to make this public for safety reasons. I don't want to cancel anyone, but it felt wrong keeping this private anymore.
Why is
safety reasons?
Why is Stinky Blue Rat involved in all this shit? By the way, not just the Polis stuff.
Because they're best friends.
Not just the Polis stuff, but the Blake stuff too. Like,
yeah.
Like, so is Stinky Blue Rat?
How big is Stinky? How big is Stinky Blue Rat on Twitter?
He's got a pretty big following.
Yeah, he's like under.
There you
under
go.
Ricky.
That's the reason.
Okay,
That's the reason.
Safety reasons.
They're adding him to like add credibility to what they're saying.
Yeah. All right. Safety reasons. Me being a complete retard socially is apparently not safe. I don't know what else to say to this besides how I find it funny how his words, how he words this, like if me being socially retarded is so bad that I should be in jail or something. Imagine being intimidated by someone older than you. It's pathetic, honestly. I don't know how to really end this, honestly. I had to change aliases online, even though I liked the Polis name, because I didn't want my digital footprint to be fucked for life, all because of Mango. So congrats to him on doing that and making me change my footprint. I guess I'm open to talk more about this with others if needed, but that's my experience with him in response to his tweets after having to hide this for 2 years because people rather believe someone who takes advantage of others. Polis. All right. Anything to say before we end this motherfucker?
Thanks, Polis. That's all I got. I don't know what to say.
I hope Polis is doing well.
Yeah.
Polis is a
Hope you
man.
have-
Oh wait, hold on one second. Let me do this as a favor. You're welcome, Polis.
All right, guys. We've been here for a little while. I've read a lot. We've talked about Mango a lot. I've given you everything. So, in conclusion, us, mostly Core, have mentioned why Mango gets on our nerves. For me, it started in 2020 because of how obnoxious they were. For Core, it's because Mango inserts himself in every drama. For the rest, I'm sure they're just fucking annoying. Now, again, I want to point out that this is not a takedown of Mango. If you're a fan of his content, keep watching. In fact, keep a close eye on their Twitter, because there's bound to be content when he's around. I just get annoyed by how everything turns into weird allegations. They protected Electric Blake to stay on his good side, so he wouldn't run with the story. And when they felt like Blake was pushing back too hard, they released their trans Kraken onto him, attacking whatever reputation Blake had. They pile onto allegations because they always have a story about someone. They jump at the notion of getting attention on Twitter, even tweeting out things that were meant to be private. And they promote Google Docs that they don't have any idea what's actually in them. They also turn on friends due to how cringe they're being, and have an agency for clout and clout only. One day, they're a virtuous butterfly who cares about people's feelings. The next, they're based in red pill, and it's all about bullying Spurs. They can't make up their mind. This is why Mango must be stopped. Just kidding. Keep making content, Mango. Hopefully, you'll find yourself in another controversy, and trust me when I say this, we will be there to cover it. And if you ever want to come on to talk about all of these things, come on, we'll do it. Anything else, guys?
I agree. Hopefully you learned something.
I hope this has been informative for everybody.
I hope Mango reacts to this and spurgs out on Twitter.
True.
That would be good for us.
I don't think they will, though.
Yeah, well, I mean, it'd be
Probably
a smart play, but who knows? Maybe they heard something in the podcast. Or actually, that's not correct, Matthew Pitt. I don't know why you are not quoting everything correctly. You're making me feel uncomfortable.
Well, you know, I don't know if what Mango's going to be doing now with their YouTube career. I know they have a podcast with someone named Cherry. I wish them the luck. Wish them the best of luck. I hope they make a lot of money. I hope they don't become bad with money. Those who are also bad with money: Darcy Evans, Ringtail, Stepak Corbino, Joe Vile. Channel has been deleted. K Hutcast, Pigeon Salad, Echo, Tragedy, Brooke A, Fresh Brewski, Jacob Thomas, Reynolds Hughes, and Mame. If you want to be bad with money, you can pay $14.99 a month. Said after every episode. What's so funny?
You forgot about the last thing.
I know what I'm laughing at.
You forgot the screenshot.
Oh, are you showing it?
Yes, to him, but not the chat.
Good. Boy dinner. All right. Beaver Lovers is $9.99 a month, gets you inter-party calls and all that good stuff, and early access to now recording episodes. Also, the Stumpies, $4.99 a month, gets you access to the Discord server, paywalled text channels, as well as the membership live streams that you're watching right now. If you saw this episode early during the membership live stream, that means you're either a Stumpy, a Beaver Lover, or a Bad with Money. Also, any member, you have access to a text channel in the Discord where you can talk about who you want to be nominated to a Spurg Award. I really hope Mango does something crazy so we can nominate them. Anything else, guys?
No.
Now recording.
I think I'm gonna make that. I think I'm gonna make this picture my background image.
HRT is a hell of a drug.
Now recording is always recording. Have a good one, guys.
Bye.
Bye.